let's talk about some numbers now. Britannia is the stock that we're going to focus on. The company delivered a strong set of earnings and managed to meet the already high analyst expectations, making a fresh 52-week high yesterday. And we have the new managing director of the company, Varun, who was appointed in the month of March. He joins us now to take us through the view from here on. Mr. Berry, good morning and thank you for joining us. Just about a year back, Britannia was reporting margins at about 4 to 4.5%. And now we've seen the margins gallop all the way to 9% plus, the highest which the company has seen. What is it that you guys are doing right?
So one thing cannot make the change. So frankly, it's been a combination of all that you said. It's been top line. So top line's been great. We've been growing faster than the market. And we also have been fairly conscious about the overheads and the costs in the business. And we've been trying to take out costs as much as we can. And these are all unproductive costs that we've been taking out. We've been investing where it's required. For example, research and development, innovation, all those areas we are making all the right investments. But wherever there is unproductive cost, we are trying to take it out. And obviously the building blocks of the business are very, very critical to me. Making sure that our distribution is second to none. We get our products in every outlet in the country, rural villages to big towns and cities. Similarly, from modern trade to traditional trade, that's very, very critical to me. And in a cost-effective way. And similarly, at the back end, it's very important to make sure that we have efficiencies, in everything that we do, be it having the factory at the right place, or making sure that we bring in the right recipe, which is cost-effective, at the same time delicious and organoleptically superior to anything else that's available in the market.
Okay, fair enough. My colleague Pragya, who tracks your stock closely, also joins in to ask you a couple of questions. Pragya, go ahead.
Well, thanks a lot for that, Mr. Berry, for joining us. On that point, I want to ask you, are these margins sustainable? Given the fact that up until now, we've maintained for 4 quarters those 9% margins. Once they form a part of your base effect, that anniversary effect will kick in. Will you be able to milk out more margins on the basis of the strategy that you just explained?
As far as I'm concerned, sky's the limit. We always can look at, there are various ways of looking at the future business. If you look at the biscuit industry today in India, you will see that even if you compare it to another developing country, let's say a Philippines or a Vietnam or a Egypt, you will see that there are products which are certainly more premium, which are available in other countries than they are in India. The biscuit industry is a very base industry in India. So I think premiumization is certainly an area which first gets consumers to taste products which are definitely superior to what are available in the market. It also becomes an area of opportunity from a profitability standpoint. And similarly, the agenda that I spoke about, which was about taking out costs, making sure that we go deep and wide as far as distribution is concerned. We keep evaluating productivity opportunities, getting 2%, 3% productivity year on year on year. Those are all, pointing towards a possibility of margin improvements even in the coming years.
Mr. Berry, let me come to your top line. Up until now, you've maintained the top line at a very healthy level. The problem is that the biscuit industry itself is not growing so much. We're starting to see some tardiness creep in there. You've maintained your revenues at 1600 to 1700 odd levels. But, yet again, how will you be able to grow this, once this again kicks in as far as your top line is concerned? You've maintained volumes at 4 to 6%, but is there more that we can see by way of, future growth in the company?
I don't agree with the point that top line growths are slow in any way. The top line growths have actually been, pretty good quarter on quarter. In fact, if you look at, the last quarter, first quarter of this year, the top line growths are above 15%. And the good news is that 2/3 of that is coming out of volume.
All right, Varun, I'll have to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us. In fact, we need to cut across to the management of Sun Pharma, who is addressing a con call at this point in time.